Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 12 on functions. In this lecture, we are going to discuss this question on invertible function which was asked in GTU Summer 2022 exam. The question is, show that the function f from R to R plus union 0 defined by fx equal to absolute value of x is not invertible. Modify the domain or codomain of f so that it becomes invertible. So first we recall that our function is invertible if and only if it is 1 1 and on 2. So if we can prove that our function is not 1 1 or not on 2, then we can show that function is not invertible. And here it is already given that function is not invertible, and we have to prove that it is not invertible. So we can check for a one-to-one property. For that we note that domain of function is the set of real numbers and codomain of function is the set of non-negative real numbers. Here we have R plus union 0. R plus means set of positive real numbers and we have 0 included in the codomain. Therefore, we can rewrite our codomain as we are considering those real numbers which are greater than or equal to 0. That is the set of non-negative real numbers. And formula of the function is fx equal to absolute value of x. Now we recall that function is 1 to 1 if for every possible values of x and y which are distinct, or for all x, y in the domain of f such that x is not equal to y implies fx is not equal to fy, then function is 1 to 1. That is, distinct elements in the domain have distinct images in the codomain. Therefore, our function is not 1 to 1 if we can find out two numbers which are distinct but their images are same. And here, because we have absolute value of x and our domain is the set of real numbers, we note that if we take we can consider say x equal to 2 and y equal to minus 2 in the domain which is set of real numbers, and it is obvious that x is different from y, so x and y are not equal. And if we find out fx is absolute value of x is 2, absolute value of 2 is 2, and similarly f of y is minus 2, absolute value of minus 2 is also 2. Therefore x and y are different but fx and fy are equal. So we have obtained two elements in the domain which are different but their images are same. This implies that f is not 1 to 1 or f is not injective, and if f is not 1 to 1, f cannot be invertible. Therefore we have shown that f is not invertible. So here if domain is the set of real numbers, then this function fx equal to absolute value of x is not invertible. This is first part of the question. In the second part, we have to modify the domain or codomain of the given function so that it becomes invertible. And here we can note that our function is fx equal to absolute value of x, and here domain is the set of real numbers. And we note that here because absolute value of 2 and minus 2 are same, our function is not 1 to 1. So if we can remove negative real numbers from the domain, then our function can be 1 to 1 as well as on 2. For example, if we consider, if we take domain of f, we are removing negative real numbers, that means we are considering positive real numbers and 0. If we take domain of f equal to r plus union 0, then f will be a function from r plus union 0 to r plus union 0. Now if we have set of non-negative real numbers as our domain, then we can see that for any x in the domain of f, which is r plus union 0, fx is nothing but absolute value of x, and because x is non-negative, absolute value of x is always x. This is using the definition of absolute value of function. We can write that absolute value of x equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0, and it is minus x if x is less than 0. So if domain is the set of non-negative real numbers, then for any x belongs to r plus union 0, fx equal to mod x is going to be x. That is, image of every element is that element itself. Therefore, we can see that our function fx becomes identity function on the set of non-negative real numbers. Identity function can be denoted by I of x, or some authors are using small I also. So if we modify our domain in such a way that domain of function is the set of non-negative real numbers, then our function reduces to identity function, and we know that identity function is always one-to-one and onto. Therefore f becomes invertible. So and here we can write that and identity function is always invertible, or we can write that it is always 1 1 and onto. Therefore our function becomes f is also 1 1 and onto, because f becomes identity function. So therefore f from r plus union 0 to r plus union 0 is invertible. If we are removing negative real numbers from the domain of given function, then given function reduces to identity function on the set of r plus union 0 and it becomes invertible. So this is nice question. It was asked in GTU summer 2022 exam. And this is all about this session. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.